Going live in 30 seconds. Live in 20 seconds. Live in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now it's time for Powell County Pirate Sports on the Powell County Sports Network. For a full list of games to be broadcast, the platforms those games will be broadcast on, and the sponsors that support this event, please visit listenlikealocal.com and click on the Powell County Sports Network banner on the home page. Select games will be broadcast on a combination of platforms, including 104.9 FM The Pickup, NFHS Network, WSKV FM on Facebook Live, at Powell County Sports Network on YouTube, and streaming audio accessible on any internet-connected device. Just say, "Hey Google, Siri, or Alexa, play Pickup Country 104.9 FM," or visit listenlikealocal.com. Powell County Pirate Athletics broadcast is made possible by great sponsors, but to continue to bring you the many high-quality broadcasts, we need your help. If you own a business or are part of an organization, church, or nonprofit and would like to support the broadcast of the Powell County Pirate Sports while promoting your brand to loyal listeners like you, just give us a call, 606-663-2811. Don't forget, you can directly support Powell County Pirate Athletics by purchasing an annual subscription to the NFHS Network at nfhsnetwork.com. You can also directly support your Powell County Pirates by attending games in person. Get your tickets at the GoFan app. You can also find links to NFHS Network and the GoFan app at the Powell County Sports Network page at listenlikealocal.com. And now, let's join our PCSN broadcast team live at the game.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Powell County Sports Network's coverage of Powell County High School athletics. Ken Simon, along with David Faulkner, Megan Scheper with you, and who else do we have? Nevaeh Bridgeman back in the studio with you here on this Tuesday evening. A beautiful night again for baseball as the Powell County Pirates playing host to the Estill County Engineers. Kind of a twin bill in this regard. It's the 2A tournament as well as a regular district matchup, as both these teams decided not to necessarily play each other 3-4 times in a season, which is understandable. So the Engineers coming in with a record of 2-5 on the season, coached by Tanner Crow, and for the Pirates coming in with a record of 1-6 on the season, coached by Frank Spencer. David, when you look back, Estill County leads 37-22 head-to-head, going all the way back to 2002, I believe. However, these two teams are 5-5 over the last 10 games. So win one at home, win one away, whatever it might be, but still very competitive here, at least over the last 10 games, despite the fact that the Engineers have that 15-game advantage so far on head-to-head.
And I'll say this. I think a lot of it started about maybe even when they came in the district. It seems like before district play started, Estill County held the major advantage over the Pirates in baseball. And since they've came into the district, it's kind of evened out a little bit. I think Powell County's found a way to compete a little bit better with Estill County, and it's got closer, if you will. I think, like I said, even before they kept the numbers, Estill County was kind of dominant over Powell County for a lot of years in baseball. And they were in the 10th region, facing pretty tough competition all the time, and I'm sure they're glad they got out of the 10th region, because it's a very difficult place to get out of. But again, they've done well here in the 14th. They've done a nice job over at Estill County. Got a long tradition of baseball over there.
That they do. And when we look at these two teams, Estill County a little bit better as far as overall batting average as a team, 270. For the Pirates, 214. However, for the Pirates, at 214 has come up. That it was down about one. Yeah, it was down to about 150 for our first broadcast. So 214. It's crept up just a little bit. And tonight on the mound for Powell County, the pitcher will be Ethan Wireman. We've not necessarily seen Ethan other than in relief. He's had one start He lost that game with a 5.79 ERA. 9 2/3 innings pitched. He gave up 11 hits, 10 runs, 8 earned runs, 9 walks, 9 Ks. And then for the Engineers of Estill County, on the mound for them will be Logan Friend. Friend coming in with a one start on the season, 6 2/3 innings, has 3 hits, 7 runs, 7 earned runs, 4 walks, 9 Ks, a 7.35 ERA. He is a senior, along with Ethan Wireman, two seniors on the mound here tonight. Pirates game last night ended up losing 4-3. Kind of a McGoffin County ended up taking the lead. Pirates were able to rally back and ended up tying it at 3-3. But then a couple of errors by the Pirates, really a couple of walks, key hits by the Hornets last night, and they were able to get by with the win 4-3. But the Pirates had their opportunities, and some that their bats really will kind of be on track here tonight. They had a couple of runners in scoring position and unable to get them across the plate.
Well, again, the key thing for me is just those timely hits. Again, I'm not going to harp too much on what I personally believe, but I just don't think we go the other way enough. I talked to somebody after the game, and they told me they said that Breathitt County played the other day, and I guess they used a shift primarily against the Pirates, threw in most of the lineup. Almost didn't even have a right fielder. So again, that goes back to what I've been talking about. We're basically a pull team. Every ball we hit hard last night was hit the center or right center. Those are the hardest hit balls we hit all night.
Yeah.
And if you're just leveling out that swing, just put it in play, you'll have a lot of balls travel to right center, usually with a lot of pop. But our guys are trying to pull those balls, and that to me correlates into ground balls, or a lot of times big pop-ups when you're just trying to reach out and just poke something in play, and it's an easier outs, if you will. So again, that's just something that I see in very limited action. Obviously, just 2 games, but it's not just the 2 games. This is going over last year before last. This is historical for the Pirates. Just don't like to go the other way. There's been a couple hitters in the last couple of years that will go the other way, and those guys had pretty good success in hitting. But, for the most part, you watch a lot of good right-handed batters, and those really good hitters spray it. They're not just pull hitters. Pull hitters are normally with higher strikeout rates. To me, what you can't do in this game is strike out. You've got to make contact, put the ball in play, make some things happen that way. And, again, that's just a little bit of my, I guess, personal beliefs. But should be a good game. Friend's pitched against us before, and he did a good job last year. Wireman, I'm not sure how many times Wireman's faced this team. I know normally we throw Lacey Dickin, and I'm glad that maybe we're not, because we're going to have to, and maybe Lacey in relief tonight. I'm not sure how they're going to play this, because you don't have your right-handed pitcher Dylan Trent. So where they go to after Wireman would probably be Dickin, I would think. Again, you got Wireman. This is his first year back, fresh off of that UCL surgery. So again, you said he's pitched several innings so far. So apparently everything is okay, but to me, you got to build that up a little bit.
If you want to go over the lineups as
sure can.
The Pirates out on the field again. They're in their red jerseys with white pants. Different look than we had normally had, and the Engineers are in their all blues.
I like the white pants because that's the home part, and then the home team color. I figured they were red today, and they will. For Estill County, leading off will be the pitcher Logan Friend. He'll wear number 18. Batting second is number 17, the center fielder Dawson Moore. Number 11, their shortstop Bryce Drake. Number 15, their third baseman Cooper Powell. Number 13, their designated hitter Mason Rader. Number 16, Wyatt Waddle. He'll be doing the catching. Number 3, Mason Griggs. He'll be at first base. Number 24, Caden Conley. He's in left field. And number 2, Garrett Holloway will play second base. And in right field, not hitting, would enter 6, Jackson Schnarr for the Engineers. And for your Powell County Pirates going around the horn, or just go through the lineup, it's a little bit different what we've seen. We haven't seen Wireman pitch, therefore we haven't seen this configuration of players. It is at third base, leading off, number 18, Lane Rogers. Batting second, Drew Miller, the catcher. One switch we have. Lane's one. Bryson's another one. Bryson will be in right field. He'll be number 13. Lacey Dickin back cleanup. He'll be your first baseman tonight. Ethan Wireman doing the pitching, number 00. Tucker Ramsey still roaming center field. He'll be number 1. Jordan Del Rosario still be in left field, number 44. Number 9 will be Jackson Tipton, the designated hitter. Number 4, Dylan Trent. He'll be at shortstop. And playing second base, not batting, again, is John Creech. Again, but John made a couple of big plays last night for the Pirates to try to help us get out some innings. And going into this game, we've got Logan Friend to lead off, and he is up at the plate. And Wireman and his fielders are going back to their spots, and we're about ready for first pitch.
Logan Friend has 19 plate appearances, 4 hits on that, batting .211 on the season. Struck out 4 times. Here's the first pitch, called strike. Nice start.
Yeah, whether he swung off, whether he swung halfway through or just mid problems again, looks like. Or forgot something. Anyway, we've got a catcher's timeout here. Drew Miller maybe forgot a padded glove. I'm not real sure.
Oh, he forgot his
armband.
Yep.
Maybe, yeah. I think Drew was just trying to call pitches himself. He didn't want to leave it over there and said, I got it, Coach. I can figure it out.
He probably did. So, again, Ethan Wireman on the mound for the Pirates. Logan Friend up at the plate. Here's the pitch. Don't foul that one off down the first base side for strike 2.
Heads up, they call, and hope nobody gets hit over on the Little League field.
Again, Dawson Moore on deck with Bryce Drake in the 3 spot. Another beautiful evening here. Stanton City Park.
It's going to be a Sunday when you got your sunglasses. I brought mine tonight because you told me last night it might be sunny.
Yeah, you forgot them last night. I need to start bringing a hat is what I need to start doing.
Yeah, you might get some sun tonight.
Miss 2-2 now is the count. Got Friend down to the 0-2, and now it's 2-2. In the 56th district matchup, in addition to the 2A tournament, and he'll foul that one off. Count remains 2-2.
Kind of a bad matchup, really. You got 2 district teams going at it in all A in the first round. That's kind of harsh.
Here's the pitch from Wireman. Outside, going to load him up.
I like to see when Estill and Powell both get double byes and we might meet each other in the semifinals. That'd be kind of cool. But
the fact you're playing against a district foe, you know, and I appreciate the fact they actually decided to kind of combine this, and he'll get the strikeout. Nice job.
Looks like he was spoiled on that pitch. Looked like he got the fastball, maybe a changeup. Friend just kind of waved at it going down.
Now coming up to the plate, another senior, number 17, Dawson Moore, coming in batting .474 to lead them in batting average. 9 out of 9 stolen bases as well.
We want to keep this guy off the bases, sounds like, which
Center
is hard
fielder.
to do.
Yeah, .475 on that average. The pitch, strike. Wireman's done a nice job over at first base, too. Again, this is the first time we've seen him transition over to the mound, but really he's done a nice job over first base.
Good to see the big guy back, that's for sure.
1-1 is the count now to Moore. Base is empty, 1 out, top of the first. Here's the pitch. Foul that one off.
You know, you watch Ethan pitch, got a real quiet delivery, just not a lot of extra movement going on. He's pretty solid, gets set, makes the pitch, does a nice job out there.
Here comes the 1-2. Nice. Strikeout again.
Looking.
Yep.
Got him on the inside curveball that time. Again, that guy's hitting 470, right?
Yeah, so, 474.
Nice to get that guy out.
Now stepping up to the plate, number 11, Bryce Drake, a junior, batting .294.
I still want to call him a Powell County, but that's okay.
He's a shortstop.
Does a nice job for Estill County.
Here's the pitch. Strike.
Tell you what, one thing about Ethan, he has pounded the zone here today, these first 3 guys.
Looks very relaxed on the mound,
he does.
too, doesn't he?
Yes.
Here's the pitch. A little bit on the outside edge. 1-1 now is the count. Here comes the 1-1. Gonna be low. Gonna get by Drew Miller. Make it 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike now to Bryce Drake. Getting the shortstop for the Engineers. Here's the pitch. Right up the middle. Nice job. Throw to first. Got him.
Wow,
Yes,
nice
he did.
play. Star on that one, folks.
Yeah, that it was. Nice job by the shortstop for the Pirates. Dylan Trent had to come all the way across to second base and then made a solid throw over to the first base.
That's a
Lacey
great play.
Dickin. That it was. 6-3 ground out to end the inning. 3 up and 3 down. We'll take a break. Come back. You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
Local businesses are the backbone of our community, and having the right financial partner matters. This is David Johnson, Senior Commercial Lender at Whitaker Bank in Powell County. I work one-on-one with business owners to help them finance growth, investments, and day-to-day needs. Whitaker Bank has proudly served Kentucky communities for decades, and we're here to support your business for the long term. Call me at 606-663-2283 to get started. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hearn Funeral Home has been family-owned since 1939 and is currently under the direction of Hondo Hearn. They have proudly served the families of Powell County and other surrounding counties for over 75 years, helping them to celebrate with compassionate care, dignity, and respect at an affordable price. Contact Hearn Funeral Home for all your pre-planning needs at 606-663-4375.
You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
Welcome back. That was a quick break, it seemed like.
That was a quick break.
Yeah, well, we're back anyway. It is Logan Friend will be on the mound again for Estill County. The catcher doing the catching duties for Estill County will be Wyatt Waddle behind the plate. And for the Pirates, set to come up the bat will be Lane Rogers, Drew Miller, and Bryson Edwards.
Again, Logan Friend, a senior, 1 start, 6 2/3 inning with a 7.35 ERA.
A little kite flying going on there. Got my attention, distracted a little bit out there in right center. Down on the ground right now, looks like it. That really got my attention there for a little while. So, again, a lot of activities going here at the Stanton City Park. I really give the city kudos for what they have done here. It's just all kinds of family fun, and you got all the league fields out here. It's just really nice to see all the activities that go on here at City Park.
Actually, today will be a good day to fly a kite, wouldn't it?
A little on the windy side, maybe lose a kite too, you know. But it's again windy.
That's a chance you take.
It is. It is. They fly the best. See, it's back up now a little bit.
Oh, I see. Now I'm thinking about it. I actually have a couple of kites I'm going to have to dig out.
Yeah. Go fly a kite, they say, when they get mad at you. Somebody gets mad at you.
Well,
use
there
both
you
ways,
go.
right?
Yep. Stepping up to the plate for the Pirates will be Lane Rogers, followed by Drew Miller, Bryson Edwards.
All right, Lane, let's get us started like we did last night, buddy.
.450 batting average. 20 plate appearances, 9 hits.
He's one of those guys, Ken, that seemed like to me he's one of those guys that sprays the ball, hits wherever it's pitched, and does a good job at the plate.
7 of 7 stolen bases as well.
Yeah, I like his speed as well. Never hurts anything.
So here comes the pitch from Friend to Lane Rogers. It's going to be low for ball 1.
Did a really good job in relief last night, too. In my opinion, haven't seen him on the hill. I think it was his first appearance that you stated, so did a nice job holding McGoffin in the 7th inning.
Here comes the pitch. Chopper right back to the mound. And it'll be an easy play. And
Yeah, that was a pitch I think he wished he had back to not swing at. That just got too much inside on him, and he couldn't get much of the bat on that ball.
one on one hand. Not that he wouldn't have not been out, but still, even on those situations, I like to see players just run down,
Well,
right? If anything, you're still getting a good sprint.
Logan Friend just kind of toyed with him. I'm going to wait,
I would agree.
wait,
But
then throw it over.
But you never know.
You know.
Again,
You're right.
I can concede the fact that he would do it, but again, it's just good practice. Get down there with some speed.
Sometimes that's how you take a break.
Drew Miller up at the plate. Got a miss on the inside for ball 1.
Big breeze there got the dust up, maybe in the batter's and catcher's eyes.
Miller coming in batting .300 on the season. Another senior for the Pirates.
Field needs water. Water.
Here's the pitch. There's a strike. 1-1.
Yeah, don't watch the scoreboard.
Yeah, please don't. Well, I guess, as far as the actual score. But, the pitch count, they've got 3-1 up there.
Oh, they got it right now.
Yeah, there you go. 1-1. I'm not saying to trust us, but trust us.
Well, trust
Big
Ken.
swing and a miss.
Don't always trust me. Got him on the curveball.
1 ball and 2 strikes. It's a good pitch that time by Friend.
Does a good job. He mixes it up well from my past memories of him throwing the ball.
Get a base hit, Drew. Thought about it, held off. It's going to be a ball. 2-2.
Touch upstairs, right?
A little bit inside, too. Not by much, but.
Is that full? Is that right?
2-2.
I see. Don't pay attention to the scoreboard, Dave.
Here comes the 2-2. Pop fly.
Shallow.
It is shallow,
right.
and it's going to taper off, and they'll not make the catch.
I felt that was trouble the entire way.
I did too.
We're giving him a base hit on that. I'm sure the wind
100%
got a piece of that one. As you can tell, the kite now is hung on the right center field light pole.
Oh, it is. Well, that's not a good place to be flying a kite anyway.
So kite down.
Well, he should have gone all the way out in the field back over there. I can't
Yeah, a lot
think
of
what
room.
it looks like over there, but still.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate.
Oh, well.
Just spent somebody's hard-earned
some
money
kid
and
lost a kite.
throw back over to first, and he'll get back safely. Bryson Edwards, the right fielder tonight. We've seen him at shortstop most of the time. Let's see where Edwards is at. Another senior batting .286. His average has come up quite a bit here over the last little bit. Getting no pitch home so far by friend. Drew Miller over at first. Here's the pitch. And nice job back behind the plate by Wyatt Waddle.
Drew thought about going. If he got a little bit away from him, he was out of there.
Way to come up out of that position there and then backhand it just in order to keep the ball in front of him. Gloved it cleanly, but nice job again by Wyatt Waddle, the catcher. 1-0. Runner goes. It's a throw. Safe. Yeah. It's called strike on the pitch, but Miller with a stolen base. See what Drew is. He's 4 out of 5. Make it 5 out of 6 now. So 1-1 count to Edwards. Pirates with a runner in scoring position. Let's see if Edwards can come through here with a base hit. 1-1 with 1 out. Bottom of the first. Here's the pitch. Don't foul that one off. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Bryson Edwards with Lacey Dickin on deck. Trying to look and see. Pretty good crowd here. A lot of Estill County fans travel over.
Not as good of a crowd as we normally see at a Powell Estill contest, but we got a lot of activities going on tonight.
1-2. Long time coming. Here's the pitch from Friend. Going to miss. 2-2.
You got Powell Estill softball as well, and then inside you have Powell County versus Buckhorn with volleyball action. So busy night for the Pirates and Lady Pirates.
Let's make sure we check NFHS to make sure that we're on line in that regard.
Christensen will be doing a volleyball game tonight.
6:30 start for both of those games.
Got to get back quick,
Foul
Drew.
Ball to right field. And he'll actually make the catch as Drew Miller was all the way at third base on the contact. But a fly out to right field for out number 2. And
probably had it stolen, I would think. But, again, Bryce has also got to protect the plate, too.
So Lacey Dickin, another senior for the Pirates, batting .304 on the season in the 4 spot here.
Hit the ball hard last night, just right at him in center, deep center, I believe, both those 2 shots last night.
So Drew Miller at second with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Powell County playing host to Estill County, 56 district matchup in addition to the 2A tournament. Here's the pitch. Oh, why'd he move?
Yeah, I think Miller distracted him just enough on that pitch to just hang onto that curveball just a little bit.
I love stuff like that, though, what Miller is doing back there. If you're at second, anything to distract him, like I'm going to go, I'm not going to go. I'm jumping back and forth. Again, anything to be a distraction. I like that. Kind of missed that part of the game. He's going. Oh, nice job. He'll take the strike, but he'll easily get the stolen base.
I mean, definitely stole that one on Friend.
1-1 the count.
I thought he was going to go to second base on that one. I really did. He was dancing off and I think got a little bit too far. And just got a secondary lead going and just, man, it's a massive lead.
Well, obviously, when you're kind of timing the pitcher, right, as far as what he's going to do, catching his tendencies along those lines, and he did. He had a huge lead.
Yeah, if he turned and done the wheel, I don't think Miller would have had a chance. I don't know, he might have been into third anyway. If he had to throw it to second base, you can't throw it ahead of him unless you step off.
So 2 stolen base for Drew Miller. Started off with a single.
Now you got to be careful with the curveball.
Just need to single on the outfield. Lacey Dickin at the plate. Here's the pitch. Gonna pop that one up. First baseman's going to claim that one. And he'll make the catch. So it'll pop up into the infield to the first baseman for out number 3. The Pirates will leave one stranded. They'll get one hit. Come up scoreless here. We'll head to the top of the second. You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
Parents trust the emergency department at Mercy Health Markham and Wallace Hospital when their children hurt. When an emergency strikes, we are right down the street and ready to help. We offer full-service emergency care 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We have X-ray, CT, and lab services on site for assessing, diagnosing, and treating patients quickly. The emergency department is a level 4 trauma center. You can expect expert care, quicker treatment, and improved outcomes. Choose the emergency department at Mercy Health Markham and Wallace Hospital in Irvine.
At Powell County Farm Bureau, James Dennis and Anna Tipton offer unmatched dedication and personal attention. If you're looking for a specific insurance product, they offer auto, boat, church, commercial, earthquake, farm, flood, health, home, life, mobile home, motorcycle, umbrella, and more. If you need it insured, stop by and see your insurance company. That's Powell County Farm Bureau. Big on commitment. Located at 170 Court Street in Stanton, or call them today at 606-663-2222. That's Powell County Farm Bureau. Big on commitment. You're listening to PCSN.
And welcome back here to the Powell County High School, Stanton City Park, and Charles Childers Field. Those of you that don't know what all this is called, and that's all the names. We got nothing is the score. Pirates threatened in the top and bottom of the first inning. Now we are back to the top of the second. Be Powell, Rader, and Waddle up for the Engineers.
Coming up to the plate first will be Cooper Powell, a junior, penning .438 on the season. He is the third baseman. So unfortunately for the Pirates, in the bottom of the first, Miller, the number 2 hitter in the lineup, was able to get a single, a couple of stolen bases, was stranded over at third as Edwards and Dickin both fly out. Again, Ethan Wireman on the mound for the Pirates. Drew Miller behind the plate. Lacey Dickin over at first. John Creech at second. Over at third base, Lane Rogers. Shortstop, Dylan Trent. Left field, Jordan Del Rosario. Center field, Tucker Ramsey. And right field, Bryson Edwards. So again, Cooper Powell, the third baseman, up at the plate here in the top of the second, still scoreless. Pitch by Wireman. Just miss on the outside for ball 1. Here's the pitch. Missed on the inside.
Ooh. I guess it was inside. Now I'm looking at the plate.
2-0. There's a strike.
Yeah, that one didn't miss.
Very smooth in his release, isn't he? Ethan Wireman is. I mean, it's just one fluid motion that just from this high 3-1.
Seems like they're pitching very cautiously here to Powell.
And on the inside, he'll get the walk. So 5 pitches, 4 of them balls. And that will send Cooper Powell, the third baseman, down to first base to lead off for the Engineers. Stepping up to the plate, number 13, Mason Rader, designated hitter. He's a junior, batting .364.
He's a big kid, too. Again, you got the 300-foot fence down and right.
Well, if we could just have that cloud right there all night,
Stay.
that'd be great.
Stay,
wouldn't it?
right? Yeah.
Strike on the outside edge.
Sure, he'll get that one, I believe. He gets a plus sign on the framing.
He really does. He really does an outstanding job of that, doesn't it? Very smooth in his transition. Really,
Every
to frame
catcher
it up.
has to be a framer now.
Yep. Pitch on the outside, same pitch. Strike two, swing and a miss.
Looks like he's looking for dead pull on that swing. Should shorten that swing
0-2.
with 2 strikes.
Powell over at first, nobody out. Top of the second. Here's the pitch. Foul that one off. Right behind the dugout of the Pirates. Count remains 0-2. Again, let's not pay any attention to the scoreboard, okay? Unless it's just the actual score. How about if we do that one? Because it's 0-2.
How about ooh.
A miss on that one. One ball and 2 strikes.
Where'd that miss?
I'm not sure. I don't know where. I don't know. Low? I don't know.
ABS challenge. ABS.
Well, right. 1-2. I'll pull that one foul down
Jammed
the
him.
first baseline. Count remains 1-2.
He's been going away. I think that time looks like Raider was looking away and got the pitch inside. I think surprised him a little bit.
So 1-2 to Mason Raider, the DH. Here's the pitch. Miss on the outside. 2-2.
He just left that one a little late on the delivery that time. Maybe open up that front side just a touch.
2-2. I'll go full.
Now, no pressure here, but you don't want to walk back-to-back batters. You get 3 lefties in a row. Looks like what Estill County has. Dream lineup, kind of. Got that many lefties in a row.
Well, we have 1, I believe.
If that, right?
Full count. Gonna miss. Back-to-back walks. So I will send Powell down to second. Raider over to first. That'll bring up Wyatt Waddle, the catcher. Just a junior as well, batting .300 on the season.
Coach Begley making a special delivery to the home plate umpire. Getting a couple new balls into play. I don't remember seeing a lineup with this many lefties in a row, right back to back for us.
No, I
it's
would
a nice
agree
look.
with that. Yeah.
Is the next batter left-handed as well? I believe he might not be.
No. For 3 in a row, right?
Yeah.
So again, Wyatt Waddle with Powell and Raider on the bags. Ethan Wireman on the mound for the Pirates. Drew Miller behind the plate. Here's the pitch. Strike.
You know, this is where you kind of want a lefty, right? Lefty specialist face maybe this team later on. But I don't know if it matters as much in high school baseball or not.
Long time coming. Checking the runner at second. Here's the pitch. And just miss on the outside, 1-1. He's not missing by a whole lot as far as that pitch on that outside edge to these lefties.
I tell you what, Estill County is doing a really nice job of making him throw one where they want it, not where he's trying to get him on.
Yeah, definitely patient, aren't
Yes.
they? Well, again, back-to-back walks. Pitch.
And, you know,
miss.
in the first inning, man, he was just throwing all strikes. This inning, he's kind of lost his zone just a touch. I think his timing on his delivery is a little bit off here in the second.
Again, not necessarily getting that call either on that outside edge.
Well, you know what you got to do then, right? Go somewhere else.
2-1. Go 3-1.
Yeah. Big time hitters count here. If Waddle wants to really take a hack at one, I'm sure he's got the green light here.
Now, with nobody out, runners at first and second. 3-1 count. Strike. Take the count full. Again, came across that inside there.
See, my angle, I thought was right down the middle.
That's a big pitch right here on a 3-2. Swing and a miss. He'll strike him out. Nice job to come back and get the strikeout.
Yeah, just I think he kind of fooled him a little bit. It was almost like swing. He started a swing, and it was a little bit down. It's a good pitcher's pitch that time by Wireman to get the strikeout.
Now stepping up to the plate is number 3, Mason Griggs, a senior, batting 167 on the season. He is the first baseman, batting in the 7th spot. Back to a right-handed hitter. Got a miss on the first pitch. All 1. Nice to come back and get these next 2 batters, right? Leave 2 stranded. The pitch. We have ball 2. 2-0 now is the count. It's getting ahead of the count really in that first inning. Kind of playing from behind here in the second. Here's the pitch. Right up the middle. Chance to turn 2. They'll get 1. Throw back over to first. Got it. Oh!
I thought that was the right call.
It was close. His foot was actually past the bag when that catch was made, but they'll get the fielder's choice on the 6-4 for Rader for out number 2. And then Griggs will reach on a fielder's choice. Caden Conley, the left fielder, number 24. Senior, batting 111.
You know, here's where this is a little bit of a strategy deal here. I don't know that for sure they'll be running. If they do run, you're going to give Drew Miller the green light, try to throw him out at second. They may have the old jog to second kind of play on, where if you throw it, we're going to break from third.
Runners on the corners, 2 outs. Chopper down to third.
Bobble.
Yep, long throw. And they'll get him. Yep, he's out. Nice job that time by the first baseman, Lacey Dick, and actually had to come off the bag and then reach back to get him out. So Pirates will get out of a jam there. The Engineers will come up scoreless. We'll head to the bottom of the second here on the Powell County Sports Network.
Having trouble with your furnace? Call Ritchie Mechanical at 606-318-4188. They provide service checks and safety inspections on furnaces and heat pumps for your residential and commercial needs. Ritchie Mechanical offers a 12-year parts and compression warranty as well as financing for new equipment. These are good local guys that are honest and dependable. Call Ritchie Mechanical at 606-318-4188.
Hey, I'm Wyatt Denniston, owner of Stanton Ace Hardware. At Ace, we are known for being the helpful place, and we pride ourselves on accomplishing that goal each day with each customer. We are constantly working on expanding our rental department, now including skid steers, mini excavators, mini skid steers with ditch witch and auger attachments. We also have delivery options available. Shop local, save money, and get quality products from people who love this community. We are Stanton Ace Hardware, supporting the broadcast of our Powell County Pirates.
You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
And welcome back here to Charles Childers Field and Powell County High School baseball action versus Estill County tonight in a big 2A matchup. Also a district, first game in the district matchup as well between the Estill County Engineers and your Powell County Pirates. Here on WSKV Radio, also be available on YouTube and Facebook Live. So I believe we're also on the radio tonight. So all the means of listening, with the exception of the NFHS, which is where Martin Christensen will be covering volleyball. We'll also be covering the softball game through Game Changer. Right now, bases loaded for Estill County with 2 outs in the bottom of the top of the first inning. So Estill County definitely threatening here against the Pirates over there. Be Kylie Schick pitching for Powell County. El Napier last night, big 9-1 victory over Jackson City. Had 3 home runs, Ken. Pretty exciting for Ella. I don't know if that's ever been done in Powell County history before.
Now, how do I do that?
You do what I do.
I was busy
Turn
doing
your mic up.
school stuff there for a second here. Kind of got off track there. Ethan Wireman up at the plate for the Pirates. senior, batting .059, but he had solid contact last night. Did he even get on base here? I don't remember, to be honest with you, but he had some solid contact as there's the pitch, and he's going to foul that one off.
A little curveball action. Full count. Here's the fun stuff in softball. Full count, bases loaded with 2 outs. Action pitch coming up over the softball.
Again, here comes the pitch from Logan Friend. Ethan Wireman up to the plate for the Pirates. Swing and a miss, and he'll strike him out. Out number 1 coming up to the plate will be Tucker Ramsey. Where's he at here? Ramsey, one of the seniors. 15 plate appearances, does not have a hit on the season. Getting 1 out here in the bottom of the second. That's a strike. Yep, kind of turned his body away towards the catcher, did Ramsey on that one.
Didn't like that inside curveball.
He didn't, but he'll find himself down the count 0-2. Need to get something going here.
Slaps that toward right.
Down the first baseline for a foul. The count will remain 0-2. 1 out here. Still scoreless. Again, the Powell County Pirates playing host to the Estill County Engineers. Come on, Tucker. Get yourself on a big hitting streak here. Let this be the start. Get 0-2 the count. It'll be high for ball 1. Jordan Del Rosario on deck, the left fielder. Ken Simon along with David Faulkner. Megan Scheper, our videographer and technical support, and Nevaeh Bridgeman back in the studio with you here on this beautiful Tuesday evening, the last day of March. Here's the pitch. I'll pop that one up. Pirates have a bad habit of popping them up in the infield, don't they? And it'll be caught by shortstop Drake.
Yeah, they're struggling with the pop-ups. Wind is definitely playing a little havoc on the fielders.
Jordan Del Rosario up at the plate. Senior batting 167. He made solid contact last night as well. Again, they're making contact. It's not necessarily in the field of play where
a lot
we
of
have
weak
base
contact,
runners.
yeah.
Here's the pitch from Friend. A miss for ball 1.
Well, Powell County got out of the first inning with only 1 run scoring, walked a run in the top of the first, so 1-0 Estill County as the Pirates coming to bat in softball action.
Del Rosario thought about it, said he'll take a called strike, 1-1. I like the Lady Pirates' chances over there, though.
Well, they're better than they have been for a while.
Yes. Here's the 1-1. Oh. Wow. That literally almost hit him.
Yeah, it looked like
on the.
Looked like where the catcher caught it, it was a ball. I mean, it was maybe over the plate, but across the plate, I think it was inside.
Yeah, almost hit him in the hand. Here's the pitch.
Well,
chopper to the shortstop, Drake, and he'll get the 6-3.
I'll say something in a minute when we come back.
3 up, 3 down. We'll head to the third here on the Powell County Sports Network.
Hello, I'm Kayla Carroll, Marketing Director for CG Bank. Here at CG Bank, community means everything. It's why we do what we do. At CG Bank, we are your hometown bank, and we are here for you because we are you. We are not here just building business, but building relationships. That's community banking. That's my bank. Stop by any of our convenient locations in Irvin, Richmond, Berea, or Stanton and see what community banking is all about. Or visit us online at www.cg.bank.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. Loan subject to approval. Contact an employee for further information about applicable fees and terms. It's Tech Madness at Appalachian Wireless, and these deals, they're next level. We're taking $700 off select devices, or bundle your tech to get savings up to $1,100 off in tech savings. Those are some prime time savings. From phones to accessories, everything you need to stay connected is right here and ready to help you score big during our Tech Madness. But don't wait. These deals won't last forever. Head to your nearest Appalachian Wireless retail location or visit us online at AppalachianWireless.com to find out more. Because when it comes to wireless, we're always here to help you save big. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
You're listening to PCSN.
Welcome back here to the Powell County High School and baseball action here in the 56th District and all two-way game between Powell County and Estill County here tonight. Score is 0-0 going to the top of the third inning. Then it will be Holloway and then back to the top of the order for the Engineers.
Holloway in the 9 spot, second baseman. He is a junior, Garrett Holloway, batting 167. Again, Ethan Wireman on the mound for the Pirates. Here's the pitch. Strike. And the Powell County Pirates in action in volleyball, boys. Big swing in the midst. Strike 2 to Holloway. Looks like the Pirates are leading 19-12 maybe, as that's going to be a base hit. 19-12 in volleyball action here as it's first hit for the Engineers.
First hit of, there was a hit by the Pirates in the first inning as well, right?
Yep. Now we'll head back up to the top of the order. Logan Friend in the 1 spot as he's the pitcher on the mound. Struck out his first plate appearance. Let's see if the Pirates can turn 2.
Bunt action here?
I like swinging away in this situation, to be honest with you. And he does. High pop fly. Del Rosario in left field. He'll make the catch. I just think at the top of the order, right, runner at first, I mean, I think at that point you're swinging away.
I wouldn't mind to see it like a hit and run there, or run and hit, but again, it was
I think that's
pop-up.
kind of what it was,
anyway.
though, because really
May
when you
have
look back at the first baseman, Holloway, he literally on that swing, he was already about halfway down the line. And Del Rosario had to come in a long way. Now stepping up to the plate, Dawson Moore, center fielder. He struck out his first plate appearance. Pitch, chopper, and it's going to get through. Long throw to first, going to be safe. Nice job that time, though, by the shortstop for the Pirates, Dylan Trent. He did not throw the ball over. Had he done that, they easily would have had runners on the corners because there was nobody covering third. Where
that is correct.
The third baseman, Lane Rogers, had come in and actually missed it. So that will send Holloway down to second. Friend over at first on the infield hit.
So Drake last time grounded it out to the shortstop in a nice play. Last time up.
Just miss on the outside for ball 1. Get Bryce Drake, the shortstop, batting in the 3 spot. You got Garrett Holloway over on second. Dawson Moore over at first. Back-to-back hits for the Engineers here in the top of the third. Here's the pitch. It's a long shot. It's going to be deep. Left field, Del Rosario. He'll track it down. Nice job that time by Jordan Del Rosario. He was deep in, had to backtrack on that one, but made a nice catch. Got the ball back in.
That brings up Powell, who walked the last time up. Now we're starting a trio of lefties now for the Engineers.
Oh, is he going to switch?
He looks, maybe he did bat right-handed last time. I guess it was Rader, Waddle, and Griggs. My bad. I'm a batter early, I believe. No? I think Powell batted left-handed last time.
I think he did as well because he walked. And that started they had back-to-back walks and then the strikeout to Waddle. Here's the pitch. Got a miss for ball one. I don't know. Kind of questioning that.
Maybe he did bat right-handed. I don't.
I don't think he did.
I'm like you, though. I don't think so either.
We'll find out when we get to Waddle and Griggs further down the line. 2 outs here. Ground ball. And the Pirates will make the play. So the Engineers will leave 2 stranded yet again here. They'll come up empty. We'll head to the bottom of the third. Still scoreless. Powell County coming up to the plate. You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network here on WSKV 104.9 FM.
Georgetown, Bourbon, Bluegrass, and Clark Regional. 4 hospitals that have been the heart of our communities for generations, where neighbors care for neighbors and families find comfort close to home. Now we're strengthening that promise. At CenterPoint Health, we combine decades of experience with a wider range of advanced services, all centered on you. Together, we share a commitment to making care close, reliable, and personal. CenterPoint Health, it's care that specializes in you. Find your center at centerpointhealth.com.
Toyota South in Richmond is moving forward. Family owned and operated since 1915. Meet General Manager Charlie Johnson.
As a native of Powell County, I would like to personally invite you to take the short drive to Toyota South in Richmond. Between Toyota South and our 5 other dealerships, we keep around 600 used cars, trucks, and sport utility vehicles. So, regardless of what you're looking for in a used vehicle, chances are we have it, and as General Manager of Toyota South, I will make your short drive well worth your time. Come see me soon at Toyota South in Richmond.
Toyota South in Richmond. Online at toyotasouth.com or call their friendly staff at 877-605-4326.
You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
And welcome back here. Baseball action. Big 3 outs done there by the 1-3-4 hitters. I did get some clarification on Powell. He is solely a right-handed hitter, so
okay, so
we were a little bit ahead of ourselves last
Waddle
time.
and Griggs, then.
Thanks, Justin Scheper, for sending me that info. So again, we are still tied at 0s. It is Jackson Tipton, Dylan Trent, and Lane Rogers up for the Pirates. Jackson got robbed a couple times last night, hit the ball hard. His last at bat for sure.
So 8, 9, and 1 coming up. A senior in Jackson Tipton, designated hitter. See if he can't get something going here. Be called strike. Get Trent and then Rogers. Bottom of the third here, still scoreless. Right off the end of the bat for strike 2. Again, boys 56 district matchup here between the Estill County Engineers traveling on the road, face off against the Powell County Pirates. It's also the 2A tournament. And I like the fact that they've combined it. Might as well. Here's the 0-2.
Gap.
Shot. And
gonna hang up, though.
Gonna get it. And the left fielder will make the catch. That's Caden Conley.
And that was just the wind just holding the ball up, blowing it in from left, which pushes that ball airborne a little bit more, and just held it right there in the left center gap. Left fielder came a long way to make the play, though.
Now stepping up to the plate, the shortstop, number 4, Dylan Trent. Dylan, a senior, batting 190 on the season. Here's the pitch from Friend.
Ooh.
Low for ball 1.
Ooh, look good from my perspective. Glad I don't count.
Logan Friend again on the mound. White Waddle behind the plate. It's going to miss.
Is it 2-0?
2-0, it is. 2 balls and no strikes to Dylan Trent.
Can't pay attention to that scoreboard. It's got 0-0 still.
With 1 out, which is correct, just for the record, and the score is correct. I'll pop that one up into the infield. And Friend will go and get that one in foul territory. Out number 2. Again, on one hand, when the Pirates are making contact, going into last night and even tonight, A lot of pop-ups in the infield, a lot of pop-ups. And then when they're making solid contact, though, and getting it out of the infield, it's right to the outfielders. Again, back up the top of the order here, Lane Rogers. Grounded out back to the pitcher on the second pitch. Top of the order. Here's the pitch.
Got him.
And sure enough, hit by a pitch. He'll get on base.
That's one of those where, okay, I'll take the curveball off the leg and jog down to first because it really don't hurt that much.
Stepping up to the plate will be Drew Miller. He had a single, 2 stolen bases, and was stranded over at third. Let's see if he can get a base hit here. Just amazes me how quiet the crowds are, you know, honestly. Throw back over to first. Rogers back easily. Throw from Friend.
It's like you go down to an Estill Powell game, it's quiet, right? Everybody gets along, seems like, right?
Well, everybody's just kind of been quiet just in general, you know.
It's a good rivalry. This is a pretty healthy rivalry here.
It is. There's a little bit of chatter, but not a whole lot.
Off the field, most of these guys get along really well, and it's always good to see that. When you're on the field, you got to go play. But after the game, before the game, it's very good to watch.
So 2 throws over to first base, nothing home to Miller. Here comes the pitch. Runner goes, going to get in safely. Yep. Good stolen base that time by Rogers. And the pitch was a called strike or a swing. I don't know. I didn't kind of catch it.
It's a called strike.
Okay, that's what I thought, yeah.
Picked the right pitch to go on, got the breaking ball to Miller.
Seeing on the outfield might score the run.
Ball to down right field line.
Oh, wide
run
open.
for days.
Yeah, you could. Long time coming on this one. Here's the pitch from Friend.
That also tells me they're not going to throw it away. They're going to attack you on it.
Right.
I mentioned this earlier for Powell County. A lot of times, I think some of the weak contact is coming from maybe overcrowding the plate a little bit. You definitely can't get your arms extended.
Yeah.
Estill County has been working them a lot inside, so we definitely can't get extended on any pitches. That's why they've had a lot of weak contact.
0-2. 2 outs. Runner at second for the Pirates here in the bottom of the third. Here's the pitch to Miller. Chopper right up the
Tough
middle.
play.
Drake was right there. Good hustle that time, though, by Miller. He grounded out to the 6-3. For out number 3, the Pirates will leave another one stranded, but still like the hustle down the line. We'll take another break here on the Powell County Sports Network.
Are you looking for top quality physical therapy services in Powell County? Discover Apex Network Physical Therapy. Apex provides personalized care in a welcoming and comforting atmosphere. Committed to delivering exceptional results, Apex ensures that your therapy sessions are both relaxing and effective. Call 606-717-1396 to make an appointment today. Apex Network Physical Therapy, 156 West College Avenue in Stanton.
Hearn Funeral Home has been family-owned since 1939 and is currently under the direction of Hondo Hearn. They have proudly served the families of Powell County and other surrounding counties for over 75 years, helping them to celebrate with compassionate care, dignity, and respect at an affordable price. Contact Hearn Funeral Home for all your pre-planning needs at 606-663-4375.
You're listening to PCSN.
Welcome back here to the windy confines of the Charles Childers Field as Ken's papers are attached. Good thing, right?
Yeah, that's why I have a clipboard.
I think sticking right here with us. Again, it is still 0-0 going into the top of the 4th inning. It will be Rader, Waddle, and Griggs. This the 3 lefties for Estill County. We were a batter ahead of ourselves last inning.
And I will give a quick update in boys volleyball action as the Pirates won set number 1, leading set number 2 against Buckhorn.
And then going to the top of the 2nd inning in softball action is still Estill County 1. Powell County failed to score in the first. They threatened but failed to score. And the bottom of the 1st inning, so moving on to inning number 2. Yeah, that was a 30-minute. Both of those 2 games were 30 minutes start later than this game. As we are quickly moving to this, we're already in the 4th inning, so this may be over with before either one of those 2 is. Who knows?
Well, that'd be nice, as long as the Pirates get the win.
We'll take it, right?
Absolutely.
Got to pitch better against these guys we did last time. these guys back to back. Actually, no, we didn't. But we did walk back to back. But last time we got Powell to ground out. So this time we struck out the second batter, but we still face the 3 lefties here.
So Mason Rader again, the DH in that 5 spot, leading off here in the top of the 4th. Trying to find his batting average. Again, a junior, 364 lefty. Wyatt Waddle, the catcher, on deck, followed by Mason Griggs, the first baseman. Here's the pitch. On the inside. Gonna miss for ball 1. Looked like Wireman kind of held on to that one a little bit too long, kind of, on his delivery.
It looked like he last inning he was Mitch away. Like that.
Yep, goes back outside. So inside, outside, but the result to be the same, 2 balls and 0 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike
Tell you
1.
what, looks like the batter got what he wanted as the ball thrown back, being retrieved now by Dylan Trent, the shortstop.
In 2 balls and 1 strike now to Mason Rader. Again, the DH leading off here, top of the 4th. Here's the pitch. Strike. Yep.
Yeah, that was a good pitch.
That was a good pitch.
Painted the black.
Ethan Wireman, 2-2. I know Smeller's still using the same glove. He doesn't have the black glove. I don't know if that one just ripped and beyond repair or what happened.
Got to find the leather man.
There's a base hit. Right past the shortstop.
Now, had that been the previous pitch, Trent was playing straightaway shortstop. That pitch, he moved over towards second base a couple steps. Had he been playing where he was on the first one, it's in his glove. That's an out. But nonetheless, leadoff base hit for the Engineers.
Now it'll bring up Wyatt Waddle, the catcher, struck out his first plate appearance, and he and Drew Miller having a good conversation. That's what they do.
Would not surprise me one bit between for Miller.
No, they were. You were looking down. They were.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I mentioned it. Again, here's the pitch from Wireman. Swing and a miss by Waddle. Man, he was.
That's the out pitch they got him on last time. That low outside fastball. Chasing.
And you got Rader over at first. Waddle, the catcher, up at the plate. Ethan Wireman on the mound. Here's the pitch. Right to John Creech, second baseman. Try and turn 2. They'll get 1 and won't be able to get 2.
Threw it away.
It's going to go all the way past.
But no advance.
No advance. So they'll get the fielder's choice on the 4-6 for out number 1. And then Waddle will reach on a fielder's choice.
And going to have a conversation. Look like Creech may have taken the. No, that's Trent. The slide may have got him. I'm not real sure what happened on the slide.
Yeah, I kind of missed that.
Creech had ball him up a little bit on the high bounce, but got it over to Trent in time. But the throw over to first was off the line. So let's hope it's not an arm issue. Again, he's been a really good pitcher here for the Pirates early on.
Yeah, the throw was well off the mark, but the runner was basically right in there, wasn't he?
Well, that's what I didn't know for sure, if it was a runner that maybe got into Trent or if the throw just can't hurt that arm. He's coming out. I did talk to the coach from McGough County last night about the injury they had. Looked like it's an arm, Ken.
Yeah,
but about the leg injury, and we thought it was a knee, and it was actually he said it was a groin injury. They thought, and hopefully it wasn't too severe. So hopefully that young man is okay from McGough County last night. And
so the shortstop Trent is going to come out.
And I would say Edwards will probably come in to play shortstop since he has been there for the most part.
I would agree.
And who is this?
We have number 20. For the Pirates, Nolan Pelfrey, a freshman.
Okay, so he'll be going to right field. Well, Pelfrey may be one of those emergency type pitchers here tonight. He did some pitching the other night for the Pirates. So it'll be Pelfrey in for
Trent,
and he'll be in the 9-0.
Again, number 20, Nolan Pelfrey, freshman.
It's a big injury for the Pirates here. And Dylan Trent has been big for the Pirates so far. Defensively as well.
So we've got one out here in the top of the fourth. Wyatt Waddle, the catcher, over at first. Mason Griggs, the first baseman, of the plate. Reach on a fielder's choice. And he'll take ball one. It's Griggs batting here.
They have a courtesy run down to first base?
I believe that, yes, that is true. And I realized that after I said that Waddle was over at first, but that is not Mr. Waddle.
Big lead. I mean, like massive. How do you not go?
Had Miller been able to
throw to first?
Yeah, he would have thrown that down there, I have no doubt.
Yeah, just kind of
just lost it.
I think was trying to get the grip to make the throw and lost the grip. Yeah, he had a major lead.
So 0-2.
Wyman's got to challenge him on that.
Can't tell. Is it? It's a single-digit number down there, but I can't tell.
Yeah, I definitely can't tell. Another big lead.
Throw. I like the throw down to first.
Knocked down by Dickin.
Yeah. You knew that Miller was going to do that. There was no doubt about that.
Well, and again, he didn't have as big of a lead that time as he did the first time, but to me, it's too big of a lead for comfort. Again, you got to challenge him. He gets that big lead again at first.
I believe it's a 3-0 count to Griggs. Not necessarily helping us out over on the scoreboard, but I believe it's 3-0. Here's the pitch. Strike and fake the throw down there. 3-1.
Well, they got a strike on the board, Ken.
Yeah, they need to put 3 balls up there, too. One out here.
We'll just take a strike.
Throw back over to first.
Keep it on him there, Lacey.
Yeah, right. I get that. Might as well until they call time, right?
Yes.
So 3 balls and 1 strike to Mason Griggs in the 7th spot. The courtesy runner for Wyatt Waddle over at first, who reached on a fielder's choice. Here's the pitch home. And he'll get the walk.
I think there was enough distraction on that one to help create the walk. So you have to say good job by the base runner to distract the pitcher.
Now stepping up to the plate is Caden Conley, the left fielder. A senior batting 111. Grounded out to the shortstop, his first plate appearance to end the 2nd inning. Once again, the Engineers with runners in scoring, with at least a runner in scoring position, 2 on the bags.
Just low. Down, apparently.
Ball 1 to Conley. Your runner at first and second, 1 out, top of the 4th. Ethan Wireman on the mound for the Pirates.
These guys
behind the plate.
These guys sitting on the plate too, Ken.
Here comes the pitch to Conley. Did he go? Nope. 2 balls and no strikes. It's turn 2.
It's just hit a soft ground ball to third, step on third.
Here's the pitch.
And guess
Gonna
what?
be a base hit going the opposite way. We're going to send him in, and not going to be a play at the plate. Closer than I thought. As they'll get the run as the courtesy runner. I missed who that was actually over there. I meant to catch him on his way through, but did not. My apologies for that. So that will send Griggs over to second, Conley to first. He'll get the RBI.
Pelfrey did a good job getting that ball in, hitting his cutoff man, and then Creech made a pretty good throw to the plate. But with that, the runner could not advance to third base, so at least they kept the runners to first and second base on that play, Ken.
So Garrett Holloway, the second baseman, up at the plate. He had a single, stranded at second.
Yeah, Booman hit last time. Hit a line shot.
They have it 2-0 up on the scoreboard. It is 1-0.
Felt like
foul
2.
Foul that one off. Or
but yeah, it is just
strike one. I mean, you got one player out on a fielder's choice, and then the other one came in, and the two runners at first and second. So, again, 1-0. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. We have to inquire as far as who the scorekeeper is. There, now they got it corrected. Because they want people to think it was 2-0 when it's 1-0. Here's the 0-2.
That's why people that are listening to us need to really listen to us, not just watch the video.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
But
like
thanks
Megan's
for listening and
doing
watching.
Right now, Megan's listening and watching.
Megan's
right?
got it right on the her board.
She does have it right. So there you go.
Yeah.
If you're watching, pay attention to what she's got going on. Because Ethan actually used to have one on the scoreboard.
Yes, that's what I was going by.
Yeah, me too. Don't foul that one off.
Good pitch.
Count remains 1-2. Made a lot of changes as far as the setup on the screen. Again, 1 ball, 2 strikes to Garrett Holloway. Runners at first and second, 1 out. Top of the 4th, Estill County leading Powell County 1-0. There's a chopper. Edwards get 1, throw to first. Got him. Pirates turn a double play. They'll get out of the inning. Estill County will lead 1-0. We'll take a break here on the Powell County Sports Network.
For generations, Whitaker Bank has been a name Kentuckians know and trust. We believe in steady guidance, strong relationships, and being there when our community needs us the most. From everyday banking to long-term financial goals, you can depend on Whitaker Bank to stand beside you today and for years to come. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Rogers Hardware and Building Supplies is working hard to serve you with great service, better prices, and top-of-the-line materials. Stop in and check out our new showroom, complete with everything you need to help you build your first home, renovate your current, or create the space you've always dreamed of. We'll help you find what you need to build from the ground up or to bring new life to an old space. Let our seasoned professionals help you find exactly what you're looking for at Rogers Hardware, where we have everything to build anything. Located at 176 East College Avenue in Stanton. And don't forget, you can text Rogers, that's ROGERS, to 606-663-2811 for up-to-date info, offers, and special deals.
You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
And welcome back here to the Powell County High School and baseball action. 56 district baseball action here, as this is a district and all to a seed game. So winner will advance in the all-2A tournament, and the winner will also go up in the standings in the district. So, again, 1-0 the score. Estill County leading as Pirates will send up Edwards, Dickin, and Wireman here in the bottom of the 4th. From the softball field, it is now 5-0 Estill County. Estill County still batting in the top of the 2nd. There are 2 outs and a runner on base for the Lady Engineers. Keep you posted as that game progresses through.
And in boys volleyball, Powell County about to win set number 2. They're up 24-18
so
here.
That may be the shortest one of the night.
And Martin Christensen on the call there.
Thank you, Martin.
All hands on deck, right?
Yep.
There's a hit to the grounder of the shortstop. Got him. Oh,
made it close. He did make it close.
That was close. As that was Bryson Edwards, ground out on the 6-3.
To Bryce
out
Drake.
Number 1. That was close.
It was. Bryson made it really close because Drake is a really good infielder with a good arm, and
Lacey Dickin,
half a step difference is all at best.
Lacey Dickin up at the plate for the Pirates in the 4 spot. Popped up to first base his first plate appearance. Strike 1, or excuse me, ball 1. My apologies. Estill County leading 1-0 here in the bottom of the 4th. Need some base runners for the Pirates. There's a base hit.
Okay, you asked for it. You
Yep.
got it.
Right to right field. So
Toyota South. You know, get it?
yeah, I
That's
do.
where you got it, Toyota. Toyota South in Richmond. Charlie Johnson, one of our sponsors. Again, Charlie plays shortstop here. Did some pitching for the Pirates back in the late 70s, early 80s.
Stepping up to the plate, Ethan Wireman, the pitcher. See if he can help his own cause here.
He's supposed to.
Yeah, he's been making some solid contact. Oh, throw over to first. That was a little bit of a collision there.
Those two guys hit each other. It's going to be a collision. Those two are big guys over there at first base.
Again, throw over to first by Friend. There's our first baseman over there, Griggs.
It's a big lead, really, for Lacey.
Wireman.
Throw down.
Down to first. And
Got
it's gonna
away.
Get by. He's going to make it all the way to second easily.
Yes.
Nice job.
Again, that good size, really a good size lead, but he was going to get back regardless on that. Again, he was coming back to the bag pretty quickly. It was a pretty good throw, one that the first baseman really needs to just knock down. We saw about the same play earlier when the Pirates were able to knock down that throw from our catcher, Miller.
So Ethan Wireman, again, up at the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. Pitcher for the Pirates, batting in the 5 spot. I'll step out of the box. I like that. Sometimes that pitcher can take a little bit too long for my liking, too. Gonna pop it up, get out of play,
And
get
it's
out
in
of play,
play.
get out of play. And the first baseman, Griggs, will make the catch. So a foul ball. Out number 2. Coming up to the plate, Tucker Ramsey.
All right, Tucker.
Popped up his last plate appearance. Again, he's hitless so far on the season. See if he can't get something going for himself.
Hit the ball hard. Just hasn't got a lot. Has made a lot of contact, though.
Yeah, and Pirates runner in scoring position. Haven't had many opportunities. I think this is just the 3rd batter that we've actually had on the bags. I'll foul that one off. Strike 1. Can make a contact, just need to put it in the field of play for a fair ball. And a base hit for that matter.
He used to love to watch his dad hit, Craig Ramsey. He was a really good hitter for a long time here when he played for the Pirates.
So 0-1 the count to Tucker Ramsey. 2 outs here. Lacey Dickin over at second. Here's the pitch. Right to the shortstop. Going to try and get down the line, and he's going to be safe. Nice job that time by Ramsey, as it looked like Drake was going to field it cleanly, but then the throw was off target.
So E6?
I would agree. It's going to send Dickin down to 3rd base. Ramsey over at first. Jordan Del Rosario.
All right, you got a big stick coming up here with Jordan, and he's been fooled on a few pitches on the inside part of the plate. I'd almost like to see Jordan back up a little bit off the plate, because they're probably going to come in with that first pitch and really be able to turn on one. But we'll see if Pirates have something in play here. I'm going to second. He has backed off the plate a little bit, Ken.
That he has. Runners on the corners for the Pirates. Runner goes. Throw. And he'll get down there safely. He didn't even slide.
Yeah, and Diggin didn't even move off the bag.
Nope.
So there was never anything going on at third. I don't think that was I don't think they were communicating on that one.
I don't think so either.
By looking at the players and the coaches looking at each other.
So it was a strike call to Del Rosario. Okay, now you've got Dickin down at third.
Now
Ramsey
he's
at
edged
second.
back to closer to the plate. That first pitch was away a little bit. Now they're going to come right back on his hands on the curveball.
Up the front of the box as well. Here's the pitch. Strike. Jordan's going to get down on the count 0-2 with 2 outs.
It's been fooled badly by the curveball. That's just all there is to it.
Come on, Jordan. Base hit. Let's tie this up. Single in the outfield. That's all you need. Here's the pitch.
Perfect
Base hit.
placement.
Yep. Down the right field line. Could be trouble. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. He's going to go all the way to third. Nope, he's going to stop at second.
No. But anyway, big
Well, that was
double.
a big hit. Opposite field, no less.
I am so proud of Jordan Del Rosario right there to get that double. Guess what? Down the right field line. I love it. Little oppo action for Jordan. That's the way to get it done.
That is the way to get it done.
Took that pitch off the end of the bat, just drove it to right. No way they could play it. Now the Pirates lead 2-1, the bottom of the 4th.
Stepping up to the plate, Jackson Tipton, the DH. Batting in the 8th spot. Here's the pitch. Gonna miss for ball 1.
And we've said this now for 2 days straight. That right field line, they are giving it to you. If you can actually poke one down there, just like Jordan did to the right field corner.
That was a shot, too.
That was.
It kept tapering away as well from the outfield, from the right fielder.
Oh, just missed that curve.
1-1.
Curveball, just one of those pitches you cannot pull off of trying to pull. You really got to stay on it longer and just try to drive it the other way on that curveball.
1 ball and 1 strike down to Jackson Tipton. 2 outs, runner at second. Powell County now leading 2-1 here. Bottom of the 4th. Here's the pitch, runner goes. Throw down to third, safe. Yeah, sure
Well,
enough.
that had to surprise everybody in the crowd.
He got under.
I don't think anybody here would have expected that one.
I would agree. But now, with that being said, we need a single in the outfield.
Or a wild pitch pass
know.
ball, righty. That would work too.
Yeah.
Error. Now there's a lot of ways to score from third base that you don't have at second.
Come on, Jackson. Base hit. Here's the pitch. Right to the third baseman. It's going to be a tough play. The pull, or excuse me, over at first, and he'll get him. So on the 5-3 ground out. However, the Pirates will come up with 2 runs. They'll lead 2-1. We'll head to the top of the 5th. You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
Mercy Medical Clinic of Powell County, a service of Markham and Wallace Memorial Hospital, is personal primary care for you and your family. Receive the best care from highly trained physician Dr. Julie Kennan and family nurse practitioners Sandra McCoy and Felicia Estes right here in your community. Mercy Medical Clinic of Powell County, located on Irvin Road in Clay City, is convenient primary care with same-day appointments. Call 606-663-2153 to schedule your appointment today. New patients are being accepted. Trust Mercy Medical Clinic of Powell County. Friends and family caring for friends and family.
You deserve a bank that truly values you. At People's Exchange Bank, they pride themselves on providing personalized service that other banks just can't match. Whether you're needing a checking account, a home loan, or financial advice, our team of local professionals have you covered. Visit 53 East Pendleton Street in Stanton or visit them online at pebank.com. Join their family of satisfied customers today and experience the hometown difference at People's Exchange Bank, where banking is about you. People's Exchange Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. You're listening to PCSN.
And welcome back to the Powell County High School and baseball action here tonight, with the Pirates taking the lead in the bottom of the 4th inning with a 2-out double to right field by Jordan Del Rosario, scoring on the play Tucker Ramsey and Lacey Dickin. Again, a good piece of hitting. That time Jordan really struggled with the breaking ball and took that last breaking ball to right field, as you are supposed to do. Again, stay on it longer, just poke it into right field, hit it hard, and 2 runs scored. Found his way to third base, but we couldn't get him in. It was a good play by the third baseman to just beat Tipton on the ground out. So Powell County attempted to score again there. So it'll be top of the order coming up for Estill County. Be Friend, Moore, and Drake for the Engineers.
Let's go 3 up, 3 down, 3 up, 3 down, 3 up, 3 down to end the 5th, 6th, and 7th innings for the Engineers.
Tall order. Well, we can do it.
Tall order.
Tall order.
Getting back up the top of the lineup, the Engineers scored 1 run in the last inning before ending on a double play. Runners in scoring position. Gonna miss on the inside for ball one.
Got the elbow guard on, so it doesn't mind, but he's going to take that one right off the shoulder if it had got him.
Here's the pitch from Ethan Wireman. I'll foul that one off, out of play down the first base line.
Over in the court area, right? That
Yeah.
tennis court's back up?
No, that's pickleball.
The pickleball courts?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, they turned the
That's right.
volleyball
Yeah,
or
basketball.
volleyball. They turned the tennis courts into basketball.
What am I thinking? It's been years ago, right?
Years ago. I'm not sure if people even play tennis anymore.
Now they play pickleball.
People play pickleball. There's more injuries in pickleball than anything at this point. Crazy. There's a grounder right up the middle, and he'll get the base hit, start things off.
Glorified ping pong and tennis, right? I mean, this is what pickleball pretty much is, looks like to me. I love playing ping pong. Maybe I'll like pickleball if I can move enough to do that.
I was actually the dorm champion over
pickleball?
Ping pong.
Ping pong. I love
table
ping pong.
tennis. How about that one in my
Table
dorm?
tennis.
Well, I lived in Todd Hall over at EKU, which is no
Todd
longer
Dupree,
there.
right? Is that what
Yep,
it is?
Todd Dupree, the Twin Towers.
Well, I go age myself. Never lived in the dorms, but knew where they were.
Man, you missed out on a lot. Here's the pitch. Right back to the shortstop, and I don't know about that one. Then they're gonna get there. I would have liked to have seen the third baseman for the Pirates, Lane Rogers, so actually have gotten that when he kind of cut in front, and I think he may have had a better play on it because by the time it got to Bryson Edwards, it was
that infield hit. I don't think
I would agree with that.
If Rogers can't play it, I don't think anybody can.
It looked like he had a chance and then backed off, though. That's what kind of threw me off in that regard.
Well, you just take anything you can get. You got to call that ball and be aggressive for it. It's easier to play for the third baseman than it is the shortstop. He's got more of a throw, and his momentum is probably taking him the other way a little bit also. So it's a tough play for the shortstop. But if you can't get there, you can't get there.
All right, let's turn two.
Let's do it. Good speed, though, with Drake here at the plate.
Yep, Price Drake, the shortstop.
This is probably one guy you really don't want to see at the plate. He and Cooper coming back-to-back here for Estill County, but it is what it is.
Nobody out here. Top of the fifth. Estill County with a runner at second and first. Here's the pitch from Wireman. Just missed. 1-1. County Pirates in volleyball, boys volleyball, leading 12-8 in set number 3. They lead 2-0. Again, thank Martin Christensen for helping us out. Here's the 1-1. I'll foul that one off.
To get ahead is a big deal here. Be huge if you can get Drake out.
Again, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Strikeout would be great. Here's the pitch from Wireman. Going to miss low, 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Bryce Drake. Logan Friend over at second, and Dawson Moore over at first. Here's the 2-2.
Woo, just low.
Miss. Take the count full.
I don't think you're sending the runners or anything here with
nobody out.
Nobody out.
Yeah, I would agree. Three-two. Here comes the pitch from Wireman. It's a grounder, and it's going to get through. They're going to send him home. Nope, I thought they were going to. It's going to load up the bases.
3 straight hits to start the 5th for Estill County.
And nobody out. 3 straight singles at that.
Now let's see how you play it. You got the 1-run lead. Again, I think you played like you did last night. Bring your corners in, leave the middle back, go for 2 in the middle, give up the tie. But your corner's got to have, Frank's going to go out and have a chat with his infield, probably all, to talk about the situation here.
Yeah, I like this.
Yeah, get them on the same page.
Yep.
Actually, we're going to get a pitching change.
Okay.
We're going to get Dickin for Wireman.
Then what's he going to do? And then Wireman to
go get his
first.
mitt. Wireman to go to first. Be a straight change, I would think.
Who's going to third?
Tough job here. Yeah, we can go ahead and we're going to take a break here and come back. Be right back.
Hey, I'm Morgan from St. Ace Hardware. At Ace, I enjoy helping every customer with each of their unique projects. Some are doing huge renovations or redecorating, and others are just touching up paint and need a color match or some replacement hardware. It doesn't matter to me because they come to St. Ace Hardware and trust us with their project. We are constantly getting new products and are working hard to make it easier for people to find the products they know and trust, as well as innovative new products they didn't even know existed. Shop local, save money, and get quality products from people who love this community. We are St. Ace Hardware, supporting the broadcast of our Powell County Pirates.
At Powell County Farm Bureau, they pride themselves on helping customers in Stanton and the surrounding area get the insurance coverage that's right for them. With a local team of agents, including James Dennis and Anna Tipton, claims staff, and customer service representatives, their members enjoy unmatched dedication and personal attention. Call 606-663-2222 or stop in today at 170 Court Street in Stanton and let them show you why they're Kentucky's insurance company. That's your Powell County Farm Bureau. Big on commitment. You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
Okay, before we went away, we said we thought Dickin was coming into pitch, and that is incorrect. Dickin will be going to third, Wireman to first. Lane Rogers will be going onto the hill. Again, he pitched last night, did a good job in the 7th inning against McGoffin County. He's right back on the hill here today. So I guess he's still fresh and ready to go. Had a really good curveball last night against McGoffin County. And here with the bases loaded, some good batters coming up. Your 4, 5, 6 coming up here for Estill County. It'll be a different look for them. High pressure situation for Lane Rogers right here.
He's probably been in this situation before.
I hadn't pitched much, right?
Not this year. I just meant just in general.
Yeah, maybe. But, Lane's the kind of kid, though, that just give me the ball. I'll do what I got to do. And definitely a team player. I expected them maybe to go with their big guy, but we didn't go that direction with Dickens. So now Dickens at third. I think the infield is maybe solid here. You got good arms all around. Again, Dylan Trent left earlier with an injury. He was playing short. Now Bryson Edwards back in short, and then the entire infield is in. We speculated the middle infield may play back. John Creech will back up. Now Bryson Edwards is backing up. The corners will be in. The middle is at double play depth, so they'll be conceding a run on a ball at the short or second.
Cooper Powell up at the plate, and he walked and flied out.
Just a touch high, I guess.
Your guess is as good as mine. I don't know.
Call ABS.
Again, Lane Rogers on the mound. Up at the plate, Cooper Powell. Bases loaded here. Pitch going to be low. Ball 2.
No place to put him, Lane. Easier said than done. Coming in really cold here. Again, was playing the field, so again, not sure he was expecting the ball.
Bases loaded, nobody out. Here's the pitch. They'll go 3-0. That's why they want to walk a run in. See if we can't come back and get him.
He has been a batter, though, that we have kind of pitched around all night long. So I think there's a little bit of scouting going on here as well.
Here's the pitch. There's a strike.
I'm not saying you give him a walk here if he's that good of a hitter, which I don't know. I haven't seen him play a lot, so I don't know. But sometimes you have to walk a good hitter here. You bring in a run. I think it's a scary situation. You lead to a really big inning that way.
Come out and get him out. Strike him out. Here's the pitch. Pop fly, foul territory.
That's in play.
Nice job that time by the third baseman for the Pirates, Lacey Dickin, in foul territory.
So that'll be your first out. That is a huge out. After going down the count 3-0 to battle back 3-1 and then a pop-up on 3-1 to Dickin. That win helped that one stay in the field of play. Now we have Rader, who has walked and singled for the Engineers tonight.
Turn 2. Here's the pitch. And it's going to get through. Yep. 1 run will score. They're going to send another one in, and not even going to be close. As 2 runs will score, so that will bring in Friend on the single, and then Moore will come in from second to score. That'll send Drake down to third. And then Rader over to first. He'll get 2 RBIs. So just like that, the Engineers will lead
3-2.
3-2.
Still got to play your corner in. And again, Dickin is up. Try to stop the runner from coming in from third base. That's pretty much the only place you can hit it to not score the run. Back at the pitch or to third.
Here's the pitch.
Nobody there for Drew to want to throw.
So Waddle up at the plate.
You know, I'm almost right here, Ken. If I'm the first baseman, I may actually play Wireman behind the runner. Give him second base if he wants to take it. If you walk this guy, it don't matter too much, right?
Gonna miss on the pitch. 2 balls and no strikes now to Wyatt Waddle. Struck out. Reached on a fielder's choice, and he run scored back in the 4th. Yeah, I like the idea of not even holding the runner over at first.
He's
going to go. It's going to be a called strike.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Again, now you're playing normal. Now you're first baseman, a ground ball hard to him. You've got to play at the plate. I think with him holding, you really had a big hole over there. But if you walk him here, who cares too, right?
1 out. Here's the 2-1. I'll pop that one up right here behind us.
Oh, watch out, people.
That was close.
Almost got a couple of them.
But you know, when they say heads up, at that point you're hitting.
Everybody's looking up, right in the nose, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, everybody's looking up.
We shall be saying
should
duck.
be heads down, maybe. Yeah, we should be saying duck, right?
After 2.5 from softball, it is 6-0 Estill County on top, going to the bottom of the 3rd inning.
And the Powell County Pirates boys volleyball team will win 3-0 over Buckhorn.
Good job, Martin.
Nice win. There's a base hit. Yep, 1 run will score. And they're going to hold runner up. So Drake will come in and score. That will send Rader down to third, and Waddle with a single. He'll get an RBI. And just like that, they've kind of blown it up here.
The middle of the inning is really middle of the order. Number 7 is your courtesy runner, by the way, Ken.
Okay.
For Waddle.
That would be Lincoln Wilburn. Mason Griggs stepping up to the plate. Reached on a fielder's choice and a walk. Stranded at second. His last plate appearance back in the 4th.
Big thing is they put a crooked number on the board here, Ken.
Runners on the corners. Pitch on the outside.
That closes the book
1.
on Wireman, so he'll pitch 4 innings, give up 4 runs. I believe they'll all be earned.
Unfortunate, because he really pitched.
He did.
Pitched a good game. They've just come alive here in this inning. It's called strike 1-1 down to Griggs. Then we got Rader down at third. Wilburn over at first, the courtesy runner for Waddle, the catcher. 1-1 the count. Still just 1 out. Here's the pitch. It's going to be high. Throw down to second. Well off the mark. Man, took a crazy hop. Nice job that time by Edwards, actually, to keep that one. Or did he get by Edwards and then Creech got it? I couldn't tell. I was blocked. But regardless, somebody had to go a long way in order to keep that one in.
I think that was the old cut play that missed Edwards.
Here comes the pitch to Griggs now with runners at second and third, and it's going to be low. Take it to 3 balls and 1 strike. First base is open, but I'd like to be able to come back and get this one. Here's the pitch. High fly ball to center field. Ramsey's going to go back. He'll make the catch. And the run will easily score. So sac fly and an RBI. That will score a Raider. That will send Wilburn down to third. Four runs here in the inning, 5-2 now. They've opened this one wide open.
So Conley up now has hit 2 ground balls to the shortstop. If I were Powell County and Bryce, I believe I'd pull over a couple steps to my left.
Actually, he had a single and an RBI right up the middle. He's
How
going
about
to get another
right up
RBI. So 2 singles, 2 RBIs.
5 in for the Engineers. 6-2 the score. That's a huge deficit now.
Yeah.
Facing the Pirates.
Especially the way that Friend has pitched here.
9th batter of the inning here.
And the offensive struggles for the Pirates. Garrett Holloway up at the plate. Had a single, stranded at second, and then grounded out to John Creech's last plate appearance. Again, the Powell County Pirates win in boys action 3-0. And the girls aren't necessarily any better over there, are they?
No, 6-0 at the softball diamond. Bella Rice pitching for the Lady Engineers, doing a good job as usual for her.
I really thought the Lady Pirates, I really did. I felt like we were going to have a better performance with an opportunity actually to win that game.
Well, I look at it this way. We're still playing, and it's the 4th. Always a good thing if you extend the game, but I know Kylie Schick has been really stretched out. She's thrown, I think, about 70-some pitches here through 4. So they're really making her throw a lot of pitches.
2-0 count to Garrett Holloway. Getting the number 9 hitter before we're heading right back up to the top of the order. Swing and a miss, and the ball's going to go by Miller. And will be an easy bag for Conley on the wild pitch. He was pass ball. What do you think?
He was going, I think, anyway, right? So
yeah.
Give him a stolen base. So probably no wild pitch or no error on the play. Had he made a turn, I think he may have come on to third. Been a tough play. I think the coach had the stop sign up the entire time. Got to get this batter here.
There's only 1 out. Is that correct? 2 outs. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
2 outs because of the sacrifice.
Nice block.
Sacrifice fly to Ramsey.
Yeah, Lane not nearly as sharp tonight as he was last night.
6-2 is your score. It's a 3-1 count to Garrett Holloway. Be nice to be able to get the out, get out of the inning. Here's the pitch. Nope, gonna get him the walk.
And that brings up, guess what? The top of the order.
Top of the order where they got things started. Logan Friend started the inning with a single. And Moore had a single. Drake had a single. To load the bases up.
5 hits on the inning and a sacrifice fly.
5 hits, 5 runs. No walks, no Ks here in the inning. Here's the pitch. Runner goes, and it's going to be out.
Safe. Dropped the ball.
Wow.
So stolen base for Conley. I think the slide jarred the ball out.
So runners on the corners. Miller would like to have that one back. He was already, I felt like going to the dugout, right? Because he knew that was right there on target. And it's going to be a ball, 1 ball, and 1 strike. Again, a big Estill County crowd here. A lot of blue over
Making
here to
more
our
noise
right.
now, right?
Yeah. They showed up, showed out. Here's the pitch. Strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Wow, for the Pirates, volleyball, an hour and 15 minutes roughly to get the job done there in 3 sets.
Taking care of business, right?
That they are. Again, I'd like to thank Martin Christensen for helping us out. Here's the pitch. Runner will go down to second. That's going to be Holloway.
Again, he was going on the pitch, so give him a stolen base.
2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners at second and third. Going to take the count full.
Got a base open.
Yeah, but I'd like to get out of this inning.
It's been a long one.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the 5th inning here, at the top of it anyway.
Let's go back to the bottom of the 4th inning. Just stay there. 2-1 lead.
But, you know, couldn't have had a downpour or anything, could we?
No, not today.
Going to get the walk.
And it is ball 4.
We'll load him up again. Dawson Moore coming up to the plate. He has 2 singles.
Hadn't done much.
A run scored.
A couple singles on the night.
Yeah, a run scored and a strikeout his first plate appearance, but
he has done damage.
Long time coming. Just now getting the pitch call from the dugout as Dawson up the plate. Called strike. And the bases are loaded.
Force everywhere. That's the only good thing you can say.
The Engineers leading the Pirates 6-2. Having scored 5 runs here in the inning. On 6 hits. Is that our 5 hits? Foul that one back off behind us. Get down to the count 0-2. Oh and 2, 2 outs, bases loaded. Here comes the pitch from Lane Rogers. Swing and a miss, and he'll get the strikeout. Not until after the damage is done, as Estill County will score 5 runs on 5 hits. They'll lead 6-2. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th inning. You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network here on WSKV 104.9 FM.
Hi, I'm Michael Bucky Wilson, CEO, President of CG Bank. Here at CG Bank, community means everything. It's why we do what we do. At CG Bank, we are your hometown bank, and we are here for you because we are you. We are not here just building business, but building relationships. That's community banking. That's my bank. Stop by any of our convenient locations in Irvin, Richmond, Berea, or Stanton and see what community banking is all about, or visit us online at cg.bank.
Citizens Guarantee Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender. Qualifications and rules may apply. See institution for details.
GTX Manufacturing prides itself on being a U.S. manufacturing company, providing competitive, low-cost, high-quality products and services. They are centrally located in the U.S., just minutes from Lexington, Kentucky, in Clay City. GTX Manufacturing, supporting the broadcast of your Powell County Pirates. You're listening to PCSN.
Seems like the breaks get shorter and shorter, Ken. But that's okay.
It's only because we're aging.
That's what it is. Welcome back here to the Powell County High School and softball action, or baseball action. I'm sorry, I'm watching softball on my phone with Game Changer. But anyway, it is the Pirates coming to the bat, and it will be Pelfrey, Rogers, and Miller for the Pirates. It'll be Pelfrey's first time up tonight after the injury to Dylan Trent. Again, haven't heard anything about what his injury was, but it looked like an arm injury of some type.
Mr. Pelfrey does not have a plate appearance. First time up the plate here. Did I say he was a freshman? Yes, freshman.
Yeah. You know, I was fortunate enough to coach his mother, Rachel. She could always produce a hit for us in softball.
See if he can get something going here. Again, Logan Friend on the mound for the Engineers, leading 6-2. See if the Pirates come back and get 6 runs here in this inning. There's
Guess
a base
what?
hit.
Right off the bench.
Yep. Nice job by the freshman.
There you go. That's how you get it done.
Now we head to the top of the order here.
Continue that Spangler Pelfrey tradition right there for that base knock.
I actually coached Rachel in Little League.
Did you?
Her and her brother. Yep.
Great kid, yeah. Twins, I think, right?
Mhm.
Rachel
Yeah.
and, is it Banjo?
Well, that's not what I called
David?
him back then. You know,
Yeah.
he didn't go by that nickname back then.
Yeah.
Throw back over to first.
Now, just don't get picked. So, again, I don't know if that's his first high school varsity hit or not, but I tell you what.
That's what I have.
Did a good job. Went with the pitch, drove it back up the middle. I'd love to see that out of the freshman.
All right, Lane Rogers up the plate for the Pirates, the lead off hitter here.
Oh.
Swing and a miss. He
kind of hatcheted that one.
He kind of did, yeah. Kind of chopping at it.
Well, you can't swing up at it and hit it, so I guess that's the only way you can hit that high pitch.
All right, let's get it 6 runs here in the inning. Keep it going
Let's
here,
do
Mr.
it.
Rogers.
Well, he started with 1 hit.
Here's the pitch. Oh.
Good take.
1-1.
You know, you think 4 is a lot of runs. Really, you just get started with that first runner of the inning and get him on base. You know, if you can add on 2 runs here, can you make it a little bit different look? Because you could maybe get it 6-4. You got a couple more at-bats to go. I'm not saying you get it all back right here, but you can chip away.
Steven Spangler.
Steven, yes.
Took me a minute,
Steven.
but, you know, I didn't want to disrespect him in that regard.
I got you.
As throw down there.
Steven, the younger brother of David, or we call Banjo. And they all played baseball here. Except Rachel. Rachel played softball for me, so.
She played baseball back
in
in
the day.
Little League.
I think that's what got her skill set started, probably.
Not that I had anything to do with it because she was already good. 0-2. I actually have 1 and 2, excuse me. Strike. Yep.
Yeah.
Got him out. Got him out looking.
Late breaker there. He has been consistent with that call. Lane didn't like it, but he has been consistent with the curveball call.
Yeah.
Drew Miller will step up to the plate slowly. Who knows what Drew's saying or doing right now?
No telling, different approach.
Nah, yeah. He definitely approached the plate differently.
He's in his own lane. All right, come on, Drew. Base hit. He got a single, a couple of stolen bases. See if he can get a rally going. Right to the shortstop. Take a hop. Nope. No turn 1. Throw to first. And
What a turn.
get the double play.
What a turn at second base.
The Pirates had a runner to lead things off and come up empty. They'll find themselves trailing 6-2 as we'll head to the top of the 6th here on the Powell County Sports Network.
Georgetown, Bourbon, Bluegrass, and Clark Regional. 4 hospitals that have been the heart of our communities for generations, where neighbors care for neighbors and families find comfort close to home. Now we're strengthening that promise. As CenterPoint Health, we combine decades of experience with a wider range of advanced services, all centered on you. Together, we share a commitment to making care close, reliable, and personal. CenterPoint Health, it's care that specializes in you. Find your center at centerpointhealth.com. At Wells Funeral Home, we have years of experience caring for families from all walks of life. Each family comes to us because they know we are leaders in our profession, dedicated to excellence in service, and have the highest integrity. Life is full of opportunities to show someone we love them. One such opportunity is the funeral or memorial service. Such a loving event celebrates the choices they made, the relationship you shared, and honors the memory of your loved one. Together, we will create a fitting and memorable event. Contact us today to discuss the possibilities. Call 606-663-9480 or visit us at 777 West College Avenue in Stanton.
You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
And welcome back. Joined now by Martin Christensen coming over after the volleyball contest where the Pirates were victorious in 3 straight sets, I believe. So maybe the Pirates are back where they were at the end of the year last year, looking good for the volleyball.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Martin for filling in.
Top of the 5th inning in softball action, still 6-0 Estill County. Again, Kylie Schick still pitching. She is at the 84 pitch mark in the top of the 5th. So
And they just played yesterday too, didn't they?
Yeah, beat Jackson City 9-1. Again, Ella Napier with 3 bombs yesterday. I believe that is a school record for home runs in a game, if I'm not mistaken.
Kylie ended up probably pitching yesterday. That's
Probably.
A lot of pitches in a 2-day.
It's kind of normal, really. I wouldn't want to get over maybe 105, 110. I don't think they play again until maybe Thursday, but
Friday against Maria,
Friday the next game. So again, you should be able to handle it. If you have good form, you should be able to handle that pretty well.
So now Bryce Drake up at the plate in the 3 spot, followed by Cooper Powell and Mason Rader. So we have the 3-4-5. Lane Rogers on the mound for the Pirates. First pitch is going to be a ball. Again, Estill County leading Powell County 6-2 here. Scored 5 runs in the 5th inning. The Pirates, they don't need to add any more.
That's how you answer if someone scores to take the lead. Estill County really answered well there in the 5th, so give them credit for what they got done.
Well, they had single right to load them up. There's a shot down the third baseline. Nice job by the third baseman. Throw it to first, and he'll get it on the 5-3 ground out. Nice job. Down at third base for Lacey Dickon.
He didn't have a choice but to catch that one. It just found his glove, right?
That it did.
Hard hit ball by Drake.
Now stepping up to the plate is Cooper Powell.
Hasn't got a hit, but they have pitched him very cautiously all night long.
He had a walk his first plate appearance, then popped it up to the first baseman, and then hit a foul ball. I'm all out of sorts now. I've messed up my scorebook in the last inning. Now it's carried over into this one. There's a grounder. It's going to be a base hit. Edwards tried to go down on it. Instead it'll go past him. Made a nice dive at it, but instead it'll be a single for Powell. Now Mason Rader, the DH, stepping up to the plate. He's had a good night.
2 for 2 and a walk. Yes, he has.
2 RBIs.
Got doubled up twice. But again, he does have the ribeyes for Estill County. That's what happens when you get those lead off. Well, they wouldn't lead off. Sorry, Drake made the first out, so we do have 1 out at least here.
So 1 out to Mason Rader, left-handed hitter. Here's the pitch. Be high for ball 1.
I'm just surprised that Powell County's playing Creech at a normal second base. I would have thought.
I would agree with that.
I would think he'd be over on the full side more. Got a big hole between first and second right now.
And actually, his last plate appearance, he hit it over in that direction. Pop it up. Creech, Ramsey. Creech will call it. Second baseman. Nice job by John Creech. Went back to shallow.
That's why he was
center
playing
field.
That's why he was playing where he was playing. I do think Ramsey would have had that ball had Creech not got to it, but it was a nice catch. That's a tough play for John on that one.
Now stepping up to the plate, Wyatt Waddle, the catcher. He has 2 runs scored and an RBI. And a strikeout. Reached on a fielder's choice back in the 4th. Strike 1 to him. 2 outs now. Runner over at first. Here's the pitch. Chopper. Yep, it's going to get through. So a single for Waddle. So runners at first and second now with 2 out, bringing up Mason Griggs.
Comes the Curtis runner back in, number 7 once again.
Wilburn. And Mason Griggs, the first baseman, reached on a fielder's choice, a walk, stranded at second. Then had a sacrifice and was able to score a run. Lane Rogers on the mound for the Pirates in relief.
I'm not even sure Lane took a look at second base that time. Runner got a pretty healthy lead. If he sees that again, he's liable to just take off for third base here.
And he doesn't, but he'll get hit and load him up. Second hit by a pitch here in the game. One for each team.
Now they're juiced. Conley had a couple hits as well for Estill County with a couple RBIs. He's had a good game at the plate.
So Powell down to third. Wilburn down to second, and Griggs at first on a hit by pitch, bringing up Caden Conley. He's got 2 RBIs himself. It's been the bottom of the middle to the bottom. That's really kind of done some damage, isn't it? There's a shot, base hit.
That's going to be trouble.
It's going to be trouble. It is. It's going to go all the way to the fence. 1 run, 2 runs, 3 runs.
Stand up triple.
And he'll get a triple, and I would have sent him.
Had he not just stopped there and just maybe watched the ball, but
I'm just saying,
saying his dead ball area.
I would have sent him anyway if I'm.
He may get home plate. He does.
He will.
On the overthrow, so triple to score 3. And then the overthrow gets in the dead ball area for the extra base. So 4 spot here in the 6th inning.
Again, I would have sent him anyway, just based on the fact that the ball was already there. I'd have just sent him on home anyway.
So 3 RBIs and an error on the throw. Again, 2 outs. Now we're looking at a 10-2 deficit here.
All right, now let's look at this stat, David. It's in the number 8 hitter, who is Conley, 5 RBIs for him. Well, actually,
you're right.
Yeah, 5 RBIs.
5 RBIs.
Yeah.
3 hits, 2 singles, and a triple. I'll tell you what, he put that one in a place where you're not going to play it. Now another pitching change coming here for Powell County. We'll take another break.
And now for something completely different.
Let's get rowdy. Introducing the rock and roll extravaganza. Live before your naked steaming ears, it's
The Jeff Rowdy Hour.
Fridays, 10 to midnight, right here on WSKV 104.9. And streaming worldwide at PrisonLikeALocal.com.
I'm Jeff Rowdy, and I approve this message.
Paid for by the Canadian Bank Radio Radio.
The rowdiness is made possible by Majors and Minors Auto Repair, your car care experts, and Man o' War Harley-Davidson of Lexington.
Hey, it's Kristen Mulcahy from Appalachian Wireless. Let's talk for a second. Those big name carriers, they talk big, flash big numbers, make bold promises, but then comes the fine print, the hidden fees, and the coverage that doesn't cover. At Appalachian Wireless, we don't hide behind contracts or call centers. We live here, we work here, and we provide service with real savings, real devices, and coverage wherever you go. So if you're tired of getting the runaround and listening to those empty promises, visit us online or in one of our many retail locations today, because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
Welcome back here to the 6th inning. Top of the 6th inning. It has been another big inning for the Engineers. They have chased Lane Rogers here in the 6th. It'll now be Pelfrey coming in, the freshman who got his, well, I don't know if his first high school hit or not, but I'm going to say maybe it was. But
well, there's no stats,
right? So I'm assuming so. But anyway, he's going to get his. I think he pitched the other night. I was talking to Tommy the other day, and he said he got to pitch a little bit the other night. So maybe at Breathitt County.
He did. 3 innings pitched, 5 hits, 5 runs, 2 earned runs, 3 walks, 58 pitches.
Control needs to be the key here for Mr. Pelfrey.
Again, just a freshman. Garrett
Holloway back up, right?
Yep.
He's had a good night as well. Again, Holloway is 1 for 2 on the night with a walk.
Ten runs in the last 3 innings, went scoreless the first 3, as both teams did. 1 run, 5 runs, 4 runs, respectfully.
Thought we was in for a really exciting contest. Again, it was just a 1-run game. Powell County taking the lead 2-1, and then since then it has been all Estill County.
Well, and they threatened even early on, though.
Yeah.
You know, they've left, I don't know how many runners in scoring position.
Left on 5 before the onslaught.
Gonna miss 2-1. Got an update over there in the girls' action.
8-0, bottom of the 5th inning. So Powell County is able to escape the top of the 5th, only giving up 2, but they are possible looking at the 10-run rule. If Estill County could put a couple more on them in the 6th.
Right. 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Garrett Holloway. Again, Nolan Pelfrey on the mound and miss. Take the count full. 3-2 before we'll head back to the top of the order unless we can get it out. Need an out. Bases are empty. Full count, 3-2, 2 outs. A bases clearing triple. I'll pop that one up back here behind us.
Hopefully.
I will say this too: when they scored the 4 runs here in this inning, the ball ended up getting past Tucker Ramsey, and at that point it went all the way to the fence because otherwise it probably would have just been maybe 2 runs.
That ball wasn't. He wasn't going to get in front of that one though. I don't think. Maybe took a bad angle. Is that what you're thinking?
Yes, I think it kind of tapered away from him and going to give up the walk. Back up to the top of the order, Logan Friend walked his last plate appearance on a full count.
Batted twice that last inning. Single and a walk. He's on both times.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. You're exactly
5th.
right. Yeah.
Huh. Led off the 5th.
He did. Called strike. Oh, 1 with 2 outs. Again, still just everybody just so quiet. I can hear kids playing over at the swing set more than I can
It may be
anybody
reason
else.
they're quiet though, right? Just now it's pretty much the Irish
Yeah.
let out the sail for the Pirates.
Well, they've been quiet all night.
They
The
have,
fans
yeah.
have. There's a shot, and is that going to drop? Yeah, it's going to be a base hit all the way to the fence. 1 run will score, and it's going to be a double and an RBI for Mr. Friend. The onslaught continues. 5 runs last inning, 5 runs this inning.
They're going to try to bat around, mess my paper up again. I got more innings to go to.
Well, mine already messed up last time as well, so, you know.
Let's get this guy out just from my scorebook.
Instead, I marked out the whole rest of the 6th instead of stopping
That's
it.
what you're supposed to do.
Well, yeah, but
I know.
Not under those circumstances because that was the 5th inning and not the 6th, even though we had to carry over into the 6th as far as the scorebook.
Heads up in the dugout.
Strike 1.
If somebody was taking a
ball.
nap deep in that far corner, they just got hit. Everybody seems to be up watching the
Yep.
game, but
True.
right over everybody's heads into the dugout.
0-1 to Dawson Moore, runner at second, and Logan Friend, who's really pitched really well tonight. Gonna be foul ball. Strike 2.
Yeah, he has contained the Pirates. Came off balance with the curveball. He has had a really nice game.
4 hits and 2 runs.
Yeah, the biggest damage is that double off of the bat of Del Rosario down the right field line.
Oh, 2 with 2 outs. Here's the pitch.
That's going to be trouble.
Chopper. And they're going to get there. It's going to be safe. Unfortunately for the Pirates, Lacey Dickin couldn't get it
Got the
out of the
bubble.
glove. Yep.
E5?
I think so, yeah.
All right. Tough error, but fields
It
it
is.
cleanly. I think he has him. Now back to Bryce Drake. I tell you what, if the Engineers put another run on the board and Powell County fails to score, this game is over. And I think if you're Estill County, that's what you want to do here. Find a way to get this run in.
So runners on the corners. As Drake And no contest there as far as no throw down. As
Here's
Moore
my
will take the bag.
question on that play. If you're going to not throw, why they pitch out?
Oh, totally agree.
You know, throw a strike if if the batter's going to be taking.
Yeah.
That's just. I'm just going to throw that out there. If you're making a play, no big deal. But maybe it wasn't a play to be made.
2-0. 2 outs. Again, runners at second and third for the Engineers. Really just blown up the Pirates here in the last 2 innings. I mean, low 3-0.
I think they both wanted that pitch, but it looked a little low.
First base is open.
This walk doesn't hurt you except for the fact that Powell's had a pretty good game. 1 for 4.
Here comes a 3-0 pitch.
Drake taking all the way.
Going to get the walk. It's going to load him up, and actually we'll bring up Cooper Powell. And I've messed up my box again. I only got one more.
Yeah, I'm going to have to use
one
a piece
more
of
to
paper.
go.
Now, unless they score another run and Powell doesn't score, then I'm not going to worry about it too much.
Well, there's that. Cooper Powell up at the plate. Bases loaded. Strike. He thought about that pitch, didn't he? Cooper Powell did. Well, he was about ready to.
If he could have drove that into right field, that's, again, high and away on the fastball.
Yeah, he thought about it.
I don't think that was his pitch.
Here's the pitch. Going to be high for ball 2. Again, tough situation here for Nolan Pelfrey,
Yes.
right, to come in as a
Yes.
freshman. You know, he came in and went to right field, then called on to pitch. He did have a single, though. Here's the pitch. I mean, low. 2
Where to put him? Again, for Powell County in the bottom of the inning, it's going to be Pelfrey back up to the plate for the Pirates, and then back to the top of the order. No, I'm mistaken. It'll be Edwards. Sorry. Edwards coming up.
Yeah.
Edwards, Dickin, and Wireman.
2-1 to Cooper Powell. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Top of the 6th. 3-1.
Nowhere to put him here. I think he is ripping on a pitch.
I was going to say he's got the green light on this one.
For sure.
Yeah, definitely. 100%. If it's in his zone, he's going after it. And it is.
And he did.
Foul it off, basically, and it's going to.
Down.
Yeah. It's going to drop. 2 runs will score. I'm not so sure how.
I just found in the absolute, what they call that, the Bermuda Triangle, if you will, between first base, no way. Creech gave it all he had to try to get to that ball and just unable to get there. So it goes for a long single by Powell. He'll drive in 2.
7 runs here, 13-2 now. Coming up is Mason Rader with runners on the corners.
This what was a good game has turned into a blowout here now for the Engineers.
So Drake down at third, Powell over at first, Rader up the plate, left-handed hitter. He's in the same situation. He's going to have a green light to just, and there it is, base hit.
In the gap.
Yep, in the gap. 1 run will score.
They should probably score 2 right here.
They're going to send him on. 2 runs will score. They're going to send him to third. Here's the throw, and
got him
they're
at
going
third.
to get him out, but
the runs
will score. Yeah.
Looking at the umpire's call, so they score a couple.
Ooh, the dust.
So double on the play, 2 RBIs.
And he'll get the third out.
15-2 lead for the Engineers. We step away for another break here on the Powell County Sports Network.
Ritchie Mechanical is your local HVAC and refrigeration business for residential and commercial needs. They offer free estimates on new installs and replacements, as well as provide up to a 12-year parts and labor warranty. Give Ritchie Mechanical a call at 606-318-4188. That's Ritchie Mechanical, home comfort you can count on, at 606-318-4188.
At Whitaker Bank, you are more than a customer. You are our neighbor. Hi, I'm Cheyenne Townsend, the Retail Market Manager at Whitaker Bank in Powell County. Whether you're opening your first account or planning your next financial step, our team is here with customer service you can count on. Stop by your Powell County branch or call us today. Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You're listening to the Powell County Sports Network.
Welcome back here to the Powell County High School and baseball action, or no action really right now for the Pirates. 15-2 the score after a couple big crooked numbers put up by the Engineers. 5 in the 6, 9, count them, 9 in the 6th inning. Whew. So Ken asked me before we came back, how many hits did they have this inning? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits on the inning for Estill County. 9 runs on 6 hits. There were a couple of Powell County errors, and no one left on base for the Engineers there in the 6th.
3 walks included in that.
Yes. You cannot forget those because they all scored. And
that was rough. The last 2 innings have been brutal.
It just kind of got away from them pretty quickly again. But here's the deal for me, though. They got runners on base, and they did what? Put big hits in play into the gaps. Not hitting at people, hit them in the gaps, and they were able to get multiple bases on those plays. So they just took advantage of every opportunity they had to score runs and put the ball in play and put it in play hard. Again, that ball was just a line drive in the right center gap that went all the way to the fence, and we had no answer for it. They threw him out at third base on a nice play from nice throw from Creech on the decision. Decided to go to third base at home and got the runner going to third for the last out as we have Edwards at the plate. Shot. We'll start off the inning.
Right.
That's one way to do it, right?
First hit. Anything's possible.
Well, I mean, maybe they score 4 to continue the game. I think that's the biggest part of it. But if they can score 9, we can too, right?
100%. Absolutely. Yeah.
Power of positive thinking going on now.
Thus, anything is possible. Thus, we've seen crazy things with 2 outs and bases loaded and down to your final strike.
We also had a big rally we thought going earlier, and we might have been to a double play. So, you know, we've hit into bad luck. They've hit into the good luck.
Lacey Dickin up at the plate for the Pirates.
And you make your own luck in this game, though, sometimes. You know, put the ball in play, put the pressure on the team, and Estill County has done more of that tonight.
Yeah, and they just answered, right?
Yeah.
Find themselves trailing 2-1 heading into the 5th inning and just put up a 5 spot and shut the Pirates down. And then there's a base hit.
Gapper. Or is it?
Nope.
That ball just hung up there.
That it did.
That
Nice
ball
shot
just
that
hung.
time by the right fielder. We've not necessarily said his name, Jackson Schnarr.
It's a nice play. Again, that ball just tailed really right to him. I thought it was going to be in the gap, but he was playing. Again, they don't play us true right field. They play us right center, and that ball just really kind of tailed right back to him. So now Big Ethan Wireman up to the plate. 1 out.
Here's the pitch from Friend. Could be 2. Edwards, or it's going to be off the mark as
they get the lead runner at second.
Drake, excuse me. It was Drake to the second baseman.
So 6-4 on Edwards. So that'll be the second out. Wireman will reach on the fielder's choice. So now we have 2 outs. Tucker Ramsey at bat. And while we're talking, it's still 8-0 Estill County on top from the Lady Pirates softball action over there. So
Pirates down to their final out here unless they get some runs across. Right down the third baseline, high hopper and throw over to first. And is he going to get it? And he will on the 5-3 ground out to end it. As Estill County will defeat the Powell County Pirates 15-2. Again, not a whole lot to say really in many respects, David. As far as the Engineers, again, it was 0-0 till we went to the top of the fourth. Estill County ended up scoring a run. Powell County answered and scored 2 runs. And then you get to that 6th inning, 5 runs across. Then you get to the 5th inning, 5 runs across. Then you get to the 6th inning, 9 runs across. And just like that, it was 15-2. Pirates didn't necessarily have an answer or anything, but Powell County will go to 1-7 on the season. Estill County will go to 3-5 on the season. Pirates have their work cut out for them at times, hanging into these games, but then other times not necessarily getting the base runners across and able to capitalize a couple of double plays here tonight. Credit the Engineers. They made it count when they needed to, getting those timely hits as well as the walks that they ended up getting as well.
Yeah, it's a bit of payback maybe for basketball season right there, right?
Well, if you want to look at it that way, under those circumstances.
Just throwing it out there. But again, that's
Yeah.
just a well-pitched game, a friend.
Yeah.
Again, when we did hit the ball hard like it did there in the last inning by Dickens, it's just right at them and really we didn't have enough hard hit balls. I mean, if you want to put it that way. Friend did a nice job of keeping us off balance the entire game. Really got the one in where we scored the 2 runs. That was pretty much it. It was a low-stress game really for Logan Friend from the pitcher's mound. But for the Pirates, it'll be, I guess, looking back at it, it'll be Wireman will take the tough loss. He went out there in the 5th inning, and it'll be Logan Friend to pick up the win. Again, Powell County battled and had another injury tonight, Dylan Trent. Hope everything is okay with him. Not only you lose the game, you lose one of your top 3 pitchers, and that can hurt if he's out.
Yeah, you're exactly right. So the JV game will be coming up next. We will not be covering that, but just so everybody knows under those circumstances, as Megan looks over like, no, don't tell me that we've got 2 games here. We'll be back on the air on Friday night as the Powell County Lady Pirates playing host to Berea.
Weather permitting.
Weather permitting. Yeah, we might as well say that every broadcast, right?
Yeah, you got a chance at a volleyball game also on Friday. So if it is weather, we'll be maybe bringing you volleyball action as well. So
yep, you're exactly right. So again, your final score: the Estill County Engineers 15, the Powell County Pirates 2. From our broadcast partner David Faulkner, our videographer and technical support Megan Scheper, and Nevaeh Bridgeman back in the studio. This is Ken Simon saying thank you for listening to the Powell County Sports Network here on WSKV 104.9 FM.
Thank you for listening, watching, and supporting Powell County Pirate Athletics. We also encourage you to support the community sponsors that invest to bring the live coverage to you. Visit the Powell County Sports Network page at listenlikealocal.com to find the most up-to-date sports broadcast schedule and all the ways you can listen to the game. Thank you for listening to Powell County Pirate Sports on the Powell County Sports Network.